Gentlemen, it is the Wrestling Underground podcast, and this has been a day. It has been a big all day. Obviously, today is Sunday, the 26th, approximately 11 hours ago, 10 hours ago. We got news that one Kobe Bean Bryant had passed away alongside of I believe it's his eldest daughter, Giovanna. They called her Gigi, I think. So we'll just go with that because that one
Yeah.
made me look like an idiot. They both passed away in a helicopter crash alongside seven others. It's been a day, and I kind of want to touch on that real fast, just because when I was younger, I used to be one of the. Yeah, so someone died who's a celebrity. They're sin. But as an adult, I understand the genuine impact that someone of such name recognition brings, because it's not about favoring lives over one another. It's about understanding that celebrities generally have a bigger impact on us than people we've never heard of, and that's because we have emotions and events touched on with some of these individuals. We have our favorite basketball moments, or our favorite movie, or our favorite song are tied to certain individuals. When they pass away, it's like part of our life ends with them. Not to be too melodramatic. So I completely understand. And be aware. I'm not a fan of Kobe Bean Bryant. I was never a Kobe guy. But that doesn't mean that I was ever rooting for his death. Rooting for him to lose the finals all the time, yes, and with gusto. But when you lose someone so synonymous and so interwoven, there we go, with not just past NBA fabric, but he was doing a series on ESPN just this season talking about basketball players and certain techniques they use. I never watched it because I didn't have ESPN Plus, but it was apparently a really good thing, and people liked it. So when someone like that passes away, there is a genuine reaction to it that I think is fair. I think it's honest, and I don't think it diminishes the other, seven lives that were lost today either. It's not a competition. It's just an acknowledgement that sometimes some people have a bigger impact on you than not. There's someone probably in Cambodia today who died. That doesn't mean that their death didn't matter. It just means that their death didn't impact as many people. That's just a reality of life, and it's okay to admit that. The worst part, 41 is too damn young. But then to hear a 13-year-old girl gone because she wanted to spend time with her dad, they're going off to a travel basketball game, like if you could make a pardon my language, but a shit Sunday even worse, that's how you do it. And it sucks. It sucks that this family's gonna go through it, and it sucks that the fans are gonna have to go through it. It sucks that everyone has to go through it. It's a shitty day.
Yeah, man. I mean, you said it, and again, it just, I mean, and from I guess just a news perspective, that's really one of the only names that we had for a while,
Mm-hmm.
and this whole thing, because I mean, obviously, like you said, his name carries the biggest recognition, um, and it was only made worse when we found out his daughter was with him. And I think people are also trying to confirm that Rick Fox, apparently Rick Fox was, I guess somebody said he was there, and thankfully he wasn't. Um, but we didn't really get any other names, and like you said, that's not to diminish them. This whole situation is tragic.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but yeah, it sucks on just so many levels. The man was an icon. Um, you know, but aside from everything that's gonna get said about everything he did athletically and then on the court, he was a dad,
Mm-hmm.
and uh, you know, that family has lost two pivotal components of its core, and that more than anything is the biggest and the most saddest takeaway of all this. And again, like you said, not to diminish with the other seven lives that were lost. 'Cause like I said, this is just horrendous because going back to the report, it was rumored to be five, and then we found out it was more. So again, like you said, the Sunday kept getting worse. Um, and you just hate to hear it, and specifically with me because it feels like going to the latter part of last year, I read like a lot of stories about planes going down, like
Mm-hmm.
people dying and stuff like that. So it sucks, and people fly every day, you know. So it's life, man. It's undefeated. And all we can do is just try to take every little moment we got and make the most of it and tell the people we got in our lives that we love that we love them. Cause just any given day, man. Just but yeah, just like you said, this is a heavy day and it's gonna be a heavy week.
Mm-hmm.
Cause it's all we gonna see on TV. So
And there's, there's always going to be a reason to have an issue with somebody. God knows there's enough people who have an issue with me. So whatever may or may not have happened in Kobe's personal life, there is one thing that I've always kind of acknowledged. I may have thought he was a bad teammate. I may even think that at times he wasn't a good person. But the one thing I never thought negatively was I never thought he was a bad dad, which is very interesting because I look at a lot of celebrities and especially athletes, and I won't. I don't want to get into it, oh, let's drag so and so tonight because it's not the time or the place. But you look at certain people who always get called, oh, look how good of a parent that person is, and you look at their antics and you're like, are they really? I never thought that with Kobe. Whatever else he did right or wrong in his life, the one thing I never doubted was that he loved his kids. So that's going to be a hard one to swallow because he seemed like a genuinely good father. So here we are.
yeah, yeah.
Honest to God.
R.I.P.
Sorry,
Yeah.
go on.
No, I just saying R.I.P. to the Black Mamba, man.
Yeah. It, I was in line at the drug mart. At the drug mart. What am I, 57? I was in line at Drug Mart, and I was picking up my script, and I looked down at my phone, and I'm like, let's check out some Rumble spoilers. So I open up my phone, and I go straight to, Mozilla goes straight to go on Google, but Google has like those on my phone because I don't have any ad blockers. They have those ad pages that they show up on Google, like, hey, look at this wrestling thing from 411. They're talking about Beth Phoenix maybe being in the Rumble, and then like ESPN would be like 15 reasons why this NFL draft's the best. And I saw one from Variety saying Kobe Bryant died. I'm like, no, he's 41. He's in great shape. Basketball players live to like they're 90. What? No, this is bullshit. This is a hack article. This is one of those 25 people you didn't know died in 2019. They have like Corey Matthews and like David Hasselhoff as the cover, and you're like, well, I know both of them are still alive, so this must be bullshit. So I Googled it, and I saw nothing. I went on Twitter, and I saw a bunch of people I didn't know tweeting about it. So I went back on Google, Googled it again, and this time I put a specific search to it, and all of a sudden I saw 5 articles pop up. I'm like, wait, what? So I looked some more, and then I saw Adrian Wojnarowski tweet out that Kobe Bryant had died. I was like, oh, this is real.
Yeah.
And honest to God, man, it doesn't feel like it at all. Like I still feel like this is just some fucking joke because last
Yeah.
night LeBron just passed him on the all-time scoring list, and they hugged on court, and I'm like, no, he was right there.
Yeah, that look, we Chad said it, we not big fans of Kobe, right? But it's not important. It don't matter. Like the man's legacy is cemented both on and off the court and what he's meant to just sports in general, And I got the news, ironically enough, from Chad because I took an impromptu nap because we collectively have horrible hours, sleeping hours, and I wake up and I'm like, oh, I got a text, and I look at the text, and all Chad seen was Kobe dad. Like Kobe, like, okay, what Kobe does he know? What Kobe does? Because I'm not thinking that
Marcus is
Bryant.
thinking the
Come on,
Kobe beef that we had went bad.
Yeah, I'm like, who the freak is he talk Kobe? Like, what? Kobe. I'm like, okay, let me see this. And then I Google Kobe Bryant, and then by this time, it's more than 5 articles on the internet, and I'm blown away. I'm kind of like I told you, I was in denial.
Dude, I'm still
Because
in denial.
like you said, man, like he was just on the court. Like I seen that clip of LeBron and him dapping up on the court. I thought that was like something old, but then I'm like, it can't be too old because he's in a Lakers jersey. And obviously Kobe and the Lakers synonymous, heavy invested in the organization. So it's just wild, man. But it's like it kind of almost takes me back to the thing with Paul Walker. Like you just was looking at him at the premiere of stuff, and next thing you know, you watching a news report or you seeing footage of a smoking car, and you like this can't be real. Like the guy, we know him for these movies for being in fast cars, and this is how you know what I'm saying. So
Mm-hmm.
it's oh man, it's polarizing. And like you said, you hear about other people passing, and some hit you harder than others, but this one is, this is a collective thing. This isn't just, local news. This is literally national news. And, the whole city of LA, I know, got to be feeling this right now. And, coming off of the fact that they still probably reeling from, losing Nipsey Hussle. That's just, that's wild, man.
And with all
It's,
the
and like I said,
Botox in LA, for them to feel anything is a huge weight.
yeah, man, getting those tears out might not be hard, but, uh,
They can't
feeling them
smile,
down.
but
Yeah,
they'll get them out.
yeah, we feel this sadness. We can't show it. But man, and apparently, like like most times, they go to the sites, and people just standing out there with the jerseys and stuff of that nature, and you know, uh, even knowing all the differences him and Shaq might have had, seeing his tweets talking about how broken up he is, and oh man, it's just it's the worst. I know the bus is going through it right now too, specifically Miss Jeannie. So
I think
man,
if I don't remember the exact time, but Shaq's son Sharif, who just left UCLA, I think he said it was this morning. He had just gotten a text from Kobe. So like it's so just instant, man. It's there's only two other times I've ever been so gobsmacked by someone's passing because it just felt so unexpected. Warrior, and I don't like Warrior as a human being. I think he's deplorable. But we had just seen him on Monday Night Raw, and then like a day or two later, he's dead. I was like, what?
yeah.
And this one's gonna hit a little, maybe a little closer to home for some of you. When I found out that the girl who voiced Ducky in The Land Before Time was dead. Like I found that out when I was like 6. Like that fucking wrecked me. So, this is one of those times when you just perspective. It's a big one. And the ironic thing is today we actually had some good news. Granted, we now know to never believe a pro wrestler ever when he says anything. Liar. But there is some good to come out of this. No, I mean, not out of Kobe's death. There's nothing good to come out of that. I mean, out of this day, a certain
Yeah,
legend did return.
yeah.
So, if he's clear to go and his neck is good, and this just validates Dave Meltzer's reporting ability even more because he said like 3 months ago he was in Pittsburgh to get his neck checked out for a possible comeback or something to that effect. So, the two people here that you can trust are Edge and Meltzer, and Meltzer was right and Edge lied. So, I don't know. Maybe believe the anonymous news sources. I'm just
Hmm.
so I didn't tune in until Reigns defeated King Corbin, so I missed the pre-show matches. Did you see the pre-show matches?
I saw the tail end of
Zelina Vega.
Andrade. Yeah, who doesn't want to see the tail end? But I but we're gonna do our best, people. You know, me and Chad can make a fun out of anything, so we're gonna try to do our best to do this with tact. But we're gonna do us. Yeah, I caught the tail end of Andrade and Humberto Carrillo, which at this point he's basically just another guy on Raw. Um, and yeah, and caught the Reigns and Corbin match. So yeah, I didn't catch the Sheamus Gable match, but I'm just gonna assume Sheamus won because what his slogan is now, might beats height or whatever the crap. I don't know.
Oh, good. Because that's what I want in my wrestling. I haven't seen this week's MLW, but I caught up on it because I was 2 weeks behind. That Opera Cup was great. Davey Boy Smith Jr. is fantastic. That dude's been in the mainstream for like 12 years. That cat's only 34. What?
Yeah, might as well call him a young grizzled veteran.
Right? Young G. But I'm a high five you again. The tail end is Lena Vega. That is accurate, folks. That is accurate. So we're gonna just boil through most of these because this show wasn't great, but it did have its moments. Reigns and Corbin is terrible. Although he did pin Reigns did pin Corbin on top of the dugout. I wanted to make a Houston Astros joke there, like bang the trash, but nah, it's whatever. The Women's Royal Rumble kind of went the way I expected it to. As soon as Charlotte got peppered outside with like 12 people left to go, I was like, oh, she's winning it, and then she won it. It was a fine Women's Rumble. We had Mighty Molly return, and Beth Phoenix is looking bigger than ever. Like, goddamn. That woman
Yeah,
could probably outlift her husband.
yeah. I mean, she looked like she stepped right out of
She-Hulk.
2000 and whatever she was. The champion. Yeah, she looked exactly the same. I mean, it got to be a lot of muscle memory too. You would imagine because she's had kids or a child, and it's not easy for a woman to bounce back and not only just get in this semblance of shape after the fact, but getting looks like the same if not better shape. And there's a couple of MVPs in this women's match. It was actually a quality affair. Um, I put Bianca Belair up there,
That
but
hair
definitely got to
spot
put.
with who was it? Alexa Bliss, where they were yanking on Bianca's hair, was actually really cool.
Yeah, yeah, that was really good. Like I said, it was a quality affair, but ahead of her, it got to be Phoenix. Like, cause I'm watching this match, I'm tuning in and out, cause we always watching multiple things whenever stuff like this is going on. And I'm sitting like, wait a minute, why is her hair red? Wait a minute, I know she didn't come out with no highlights. I'm like, wait a minute, is that blood? Did she bleed that much? I like, is she still in there? Like it never. I'm like, okay, yep, she's the G in her family. Okay, yeah,
She,
yeah.
she popped up in the Rumble last year, like months after giving birth. And she was looking huge then, and she's even bigger now. Like, kudos to Beth Phoenix. She's really not fucking around when it comes to her workout regime. So regiment. That's what I meant to say. So we also got Tamina back. No, yeah, no, I was right, Tamina. Um, Whatever. It's Tamina. Who cares? Did Nia Jax come back? I don't remember.
No,
Thank
even
God.
better, Tamina.
Thank God. Who else do we get? We got Santina, which completely ruined it. But we also got Mighty Molly. We got Molly Holly back for a brief
Got
spell.
we got the lady that's so nice they had to name her twice, and Kelly.
So, all right, Kelly Kelly is as trash of a wrestler as you can get without actually putting a trash can in the ring. But I will never have a problem looking at her on my screen. What's up, Kelly? How you doing? What's up,
I
girl?
wonder if it was a toss up between her or Tori.
Why not both? I feel like you need to just go full Vince McMahon and just go, why not both? Because, yes, please. They're both still fantastic. I would say Kelly Kelly needs to lay off the bronze tanner, though.
Yeah, yeah. A lot of people do. I'm an Eli Drake fan, but some of those early episodes of NWA, like everything is tan on him except his hands.
So okay, no, okay, so okay, his underarms are the whitest thing I'll ever see. Like every time he does his little flex, I'm like, why are your pits translucent, but the rest of you are bronze crimson? Like what is this? No.
Ah.
Oh God. So Charlotte wins last eliminating Shayna Baszler. I don't really care because it's Becky in the main event or
It's
Bailey, and it's like, all right, you really can't do either
they,
with those two champions. Like, who cares?
yeah. I mean, look, we know Charlotte is their golden goose. I mean, she's tall, she's blonde, she's big breasted. That is their model for their standard of the women. Oh, I'm sorry. Should I even be using women? The term. Like,
Marcus, we'll get
off
canceled.
with, off with his head. But no, I mean I mean she's their go-to, and I'm pretty sure I saw a lot of people flipping tables because apparently the dark horse, not the dark horse, the go-to for the winner of this female rumble was Sasha, and she wasn't even in it
Oh no, they pulled a
on
Daniel
her birthday.
Bryan.
On her
No,
birthday, I
no, on
yeah.
her what? Mick Foley's gonna break another TV,
Well, they fired one guy on his birthday, so
and they sent. Well, they fired one guy on his wedding day.
Oh yeah, it was his wedding day. Yeah, but I'm pretty sure several people got it on their birthday too. Um,
Probably. Titus O'Neil.
so yeah, she
Every
wasn't
time
even.
Titus O'Neil's birthday rolls around, he's like, "This is the day, isn't it?" Titus O'Neil is
Hilarious.
he's in Gainesville, Florida, on his birthday for a Raw, and you can just see Titus sitting in his car like, "This is the day it's gonna happen." And Vince is like at the door, "Hey, Titus, I want to talk to you." God damn it!
Yeah, but but just before he comes in the office, somebody texts him, showing him Titus and won another community award for being a great dad. Damn
Hey, Vince. Three of our superstars just used the N word this weekend. Was it doing one of those rap songs? No. It was at Let me get this right. Rally, clan rally. Oh, damn it! All right, I guess we can't fire Titus.
Like,
Yeah, even better. Titus is intentionally setting up his white roster mates to do dumb, racist shit right when he feels he's about to get fired.
it's hilarious. That's
Hey,
actually a really
AJ,
good gimmick.
can you say this for me, AJ? The knee. Whoa, easy there, AJ. Hey, AJ said a word, and AJ's like, what did I do?
They just like, whoa, 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 whoa! I've already got my thing, bro. You're like right sentiment, wrong community.
He's like, sorry, Titus, I can't do this. I've already offended one community. Darren Young's head just pops up from behind a pillar.
It all comes full circle.
If we can't laugh today, then we're just gonna go insane. So there's that. So then we get Bailey, who what? I'm sorry, but her trying to be a villain. I don't know. It's like Detective Chimp trying to be a villain. He's a detective, but he's a monkey.
No, I just can't get over the fact because her makeup is interesting to say the least now. And somebody put her face with her makeup jobs now next to the. You remember the mean fat chick from the Drew Carey show?
Oh, Mimi. Oh no.
And she look like Mimi, man. Oh man, I can't get over that. I can't get that look out of my head.
She wrestled like Mimi. I'm sorry. Bailey is the least athletic, least impressive wrestler they have on their roster. I don't know how this woman is viewed as a quote unquote good wrestler. I don't see it. The more and more I see Bailey wrestle, the more and more I realize how good Sasha Banks was because she carried Bailey through so many matches. Like,
Well, wait. Are we counting Lana as a wrestler? Oh, she's
well, we can count Lana for a lot of things. Like 3 new videos on Pornhub.
blacked.
Now she's in Blacked Raw. Soon she'll be in Black SmackDown. Yeah, Lana got tossed out. She was looking feisty, though. To be fair, there's like a string of blondes. I just lost track of who was who. There was like Dana Brooke, Kelly, Liv Morgan, Madison, Mandy Rose, Lana, Charlotte, all at the same time. I'm like, wait. All right, listen, I'm white, and even I don't know who the fuck half these people are.
Man, it sucks because I'm not even usually a fan of blondes, but man, Mandy will make me go to the dark side for several days.
You mean you'll take Mandy to the dark side for several days?
Hey,
You can't see it, but I was.
SmackDown has been shit.
You can't see it, but I was doing the elbow poke into the ribs. Oh god.
Oh man, but yeah. Speaking of that Rumble, that Otis spot was probably one of the best moments of the night.
So when Mandy Rose fell on Otis, I finally realized that I too wish that I was an overweight fat hillbilly. If it was that easy to get Mandy Rose. Now, the one thing that I'm curious about is what are they going to do with Liv Morgan? That's the real question.
Yeah, it's funny because she's another blonde that's like Liv is secretly like one of the baddest on the roster. From of course, an aesthetic perspective, we'll get to her in-ring ability whenever they allow her to show it. But
if she has any to show. But let's be fair. After seeing her outfit tonight, I don't think any of us are minding if she doesn't have any. I'm just throwing that one out there.
yeah, it just sucks because, and I almost tweeted this out, but I didn't really want to tweet too much because obviously we collectively were in the mood and only big stuff kind of caught my eye. But I was like, it's hard for me to support this woman because I know that every time I see her, it means that we probably got 2 more scoops of Lana, and I can't support that.
I don't support the Lashley, Rusev, Lana, Liv Morgan angle, but I'll tell you what. If Lana and Liv Morgan got to be on my screen, I ain't going to turn it off. And every time I see Bobby Lashley, I just think to myself, imagine how much better you would have been if I could have booked you. Because I would have booked him for a year and a half. I would have booked him and Brock Lesnar for a year and a half straight, undefeated. Put them in this Rumble. Had Brock do the whole thing like he did, eliminate 13 dudes or whatever. And then, at number 14, it's Bobby Lashley. And, the pop.
He has been calling to do something with Lashley for years now. And even I think, was this on the Nerd Culture what I saw that apparently got reported that something happened between Lesnar and
Matt Riddle.
Flops. I'm going to start calling him freaking Flops.
Yes, Flops Riddle.
Flops Riddle. And we got closer to getting a showdown between the two of them than Lashley has gotten to even sniffing this man.
And here's the real fucked up thing. Lashley's a genuinely good dude. He's respectful. He's honest. He's got integrity. When he talks junk, you can tell how uncomfortable it is. I feel like whenever he gets a promo or he has to say something mean, he's probably like, Vince, I'm not comfortable with this type of language. Probably has like glasses with a little tape around the nose and a little pocket protector. Excuse me, Vince. Vince, you have me saying some pretty haberdashery things, and I think it's very, very irresponsible of me to do so. Just say it, Lashley. Well, all right. I did sign the contract. I do need to do it. I'ma beat you up, Rusev. No, that's too violent. I can see that being Lashley in real life. Truth be told. But there was one cool thing about the Rumble. Actually, a few cool things. Specifically, Mercedes Martinez. She's 38, 39 years old, has been killing it for 15 years on the Indies. Finally got signed like in November, December. Popping out now at the Rumble, at like her first major appearance that I'm aware of. Like, that's cool. I may hate this company. I may think Vince McMahon is the dripping anus of hellspawn. But let's be honest, like, that's still a cool major achievement, and I'm very happy for her. But she wasn't the only one who got to pop up. Mia Yim and Shotzi Blackheart. She was there. I was like, hell yeah, Shotzi. So that was pretty cool. But yeah, fuck off, Chelsea Green. No one cares.
Yeah, sorry, Zach. Yeah, that the Santino stuff was. You can't help but laugh, man. And the fact that they actually did a lot of stuff that was either continuing or maybe potentially starting a couple storylines, like the whole thing with Shotzi going after potentially eliminating Shayna, that came out of one of the Battle Royals from NXT. Just see who was going to get a shot at the women's championship down there. So she eliminated it there, and then Shayna got it back here, and just the Santina, sorry, spot with freaking Beth. Just it's hilarious. So.
As much as I disliked the Santina stuff, the fact they did at least a callback, I thought was acceptable. Like, all right, at least there's that 10-year-old storyline they're revisiting. Fair enough. Bailey defeated Lacey Evans, and I think it was Shroom said on Twitter, Bailey and Lacey Evans are about to have a title match, and they cut to Lacey's daughter in the front row eating a booger and looking like she's falling asleep. And I was like, even the daughter doesn't give a fuck.
I completely missed that, and I'm glad I did. By the way, kid, that's very unpatriotic. But anyway,
you can't eat a booger. You gotta flick it at people. Come on.
But this is just something for Bailey to go through. I appreciate her the newfound aggression, but Lacey Evans, I mean, her whole thing is, again, yet another character on this damn show that is preaching anti-bullying, giving anti-bullying speeches when they started as a damn bully.
See, it's not hard to book wrestling. It's really not. You're playing pretend with life-size action figure superheroes. Like, it's not fucking hard. All you need to do to get Lacey Evans over is do the whole ladies' right gimmick, but have her be a striker. Like, have her like tape her fist and like have her knock people out in like 28 seconds or less. Boom, ladies' right. Boom, end of match. But instead, like, no, how about you do this Southern Damsel Belle? And no one cares. She doesn't have the charisma to pull it off, and the gimmick itself isn't flushed out enough for it to be really intriguing long term. So who the fuck cares? And Bailey's just not that impressive. She was over 5-6 years ago because she had the big fan support by the little kids. Those kids don't watch wrestling anymore. And I know this because a lot of people don't watch wrestling anymore because of the WWE. So what's the appeal of Bailey? There are plenty of other women who are better suited for a world title run besides Bailey. And as much as I dislike Charlotte's one of them. Because at least she has the pedigree. She's chasing Papa Rick. Then you got Becky Lynch, and whatever, Becky. That's gonna be my new thing. Whenever someone pisses me off, I'm just gonna say whatever, Becky, and just end the conversation.
Yeah, I'm waiting. I mean, with the women, I mean, the only real interesting thing besides anybody that gets on the Becky train is this whole thing with the Mandy Rose Otis situation. Because in the midst of that, you got potential dissension between her and
Sonya Deville.
Yeah, Sonya Deville, who it's funny because she came out with the I guess she came out with like with a rainbow scarf or ribbon or something. I'm like, dude, we know you're gay. Like I get it, but like the constant reminder, like trust me, we all know, we get it. It's a thing, just fight. But they've been teasing some type of tension between the two of them for a while. It looked like they was gonna be teasing a potential lesbian angle, but they nixed that and like they did some earlier stuff where Mandy was clearly like um, taking advantage of her, and now she's been on a losing effort of several things at the chagrin, well, much of her own chagrin because she's been taking a backseat to this whole thing between Mandy and Otis, and then I guess tonight she kind of eliminated Mandy on mistake, and then that cost all both of them. So yeah, we're gonna see what's happening with that, but that's really the only real interesting thing. I mean, I guess we kind of waiting on Ronda to come back,
Ronda,
whatever.
Ronda posted a meme. Do you remember like that whole WWE 24/7 of Ronda where she was like getting her hair done and talking shit about people?
Mm-hmm.
She took a screen cap from that, put text over it saying, "Did you really think I was coming back tonight?" I don't like Ronda Rousey, but goddamn, that was funny as shit.
Yeah, she's. I just know one thing. If she come up even remotely pregnant, they can they can just kiss anything playing with her goodbye.
Oh yeah, she's done. So one, if they actually did an angle where Mandy Rose was using Shauna Baszler to win matches and like exploiting like a crush, like that would have been great television. But two, the only way that would have worked is if Sonya Deville was actually good enough to win a match on her own, and she's not. At least she's not portrayed to be. So it can be completely useless. This company has no fucking clue how to long-term book anything. The Fiend defeated Bray,
Yeah.
Daniel Bryan, and he's got the mask on still, so that's cool. But he has the shittiest belt I've ever seen in the history of wrestling, so that's bad.
Hey, but I saw you compliment this. We lost the light. Can I have the light?
Yeah, we did. We lost the red light. So one down and 77,000 other problems with this gimmick and angle to go. Thumbs up. Yeah, I guess positive progress is positive progress, no matter how small the first step. Then we had the other women's title match. It's Becky versus Asuka, and here's the thing: Becky can be like, "I don't want to be known as the women." Trust me, with a voice like you, Becky, it's gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard not to fuck that one. But I do want to say this. And I want to say this very clearly. There's nothing wrong with being a women's champion. If what she meant to say was we shouldn't have a limit to how many women's matches are on the card, I agree with that. I think if you got a strong enough women's division where you can put 4 or 5 matches on a card, you should. I have no problem with that. My problem is with this idea that they're going to stop calling women's championships. You need to have specific names for titles. You just do, so there's no complications or confusions. Last night, in one of the most brutally abusive fights I've seen in some time, Chris Cyborg defeated Bellator's best women's champion since they brought their women's division in Julia Budd, and did so very convincingly. If you said she won I think it was the flyweight title, or maybe it was the bantamweight title. If you said she won the bantamweight title, now that's a completely different person who holds that title. Now, if you want to say, well, let's say men's and women's titles, make it very specific. Okay, that's fine. I have no problem saying you won the men's featherweight title or you won the women's featherweight title, or in the case of NXT, you won the men's NXT championship or the women's NXT championship. I'm fine with that. But let's not try to pretend that these belts shouldn't have gender-specific names, because they absolutely should have gender-specific names. Because otherwise, you would just have, there'd be no reason to name them any type of belts. You wouldn't need an Intercontinental belt. You wouldn't need a U.S. title belt. You wouldn't need a World title belt. You wouldn't need a Universal title belt. It would just be a belt. You won a championship. And that just fucking sucks. So, one, I don't know why we give Becky Lynch so much airtime. And two, just fucking, yeah, God, this gendered bullshit is getting ridiculous.
it's the narrative, it's the agenda, whole thing, that whole deal. Like it's either she really like wholeheartedly believes it's gonna make things better, or she's just doesn't want to say the real. The fact of the matter is, like that's not gonna solve the problem because the problem isn't the fact that they are women or called women. It's how the women are handled within the confines of that company.
Hmm.
Because for so many years they have conditioned themselves and the audience to look at the women as less than because of the scenarios that they put them in and the way they portray them.
This
Like she
has
can, it's easy for her to say, yeah,
no go on.
no, it's easy for her to say what she's saying. Like, ironically, her goofy fiance or whatever, because she's sitting on top of the mountain right now. But when the biggest angle on their A show is this goofy ass Lana Lashley stuff, you really think taking away the women's thing is gonna get y'all more main events? Or like how many credible women do they even have on Raw and SmackDown? They even have 4 or 5 matches considered to be main events. NXT is blowing both brands out of the water,
Yeah.
and UK. So like I said, either she doesn't want to admit what the actual problem is because she doesn't want to, I guess, get heat, or she's really she's bought into this whole narrative of, oh, it's because we're separated by genders that we're not getting the thing. Like no, it's because they shittily book the women, shittily they book the men, and oftentimes worse because you guys can be seen as fodder.
This has Stephanie's dumbass all over it. Like I'm not wrong. Like, let's be honest on this one, folks. This is Stephanie's dumbass idea all over it. Main event time. Brock Lesnar broke my goddamn heart, eliminated 13 people. Should have been 29, but Chad can't have nice things. He was
he
actually
eliminated,
he was actually doing work, Marcus, for the first time
he
in his goddamn
eliminated,
life.
he eliminated so much of the black community in this
and the Hispanic community. This was a very interesting Rumble. I'm very much all on board with Brock Lesnar chucking bitches. And if he had done the entire Rumble like that, that would have been the best Rumble ever. Because it would have been different. No, can't do anything different. I momentarily thought that Shelton was going to eliminate Brock. That would have been cool, but can't have that. Shinsuke, MVP, Keith Lee all got chucked out. But of course, the big moment of the night was when Edge returned to the ring for the first time in, I think they said 9 years. He retired at, what was he, 36? I think he was 36. Let me check his age now. He's 46 now. He retired at 37 due to neck issues and allegedly spinal stenosis. I don't know if that's ever been confirmed, but essentially that's what they claimed he retired with. I don't know if that's something that can heal over time. But I'm not gonna be like, what I will say is, if he's in the ring, he's in the ring because he's medically cleared. That's not gonna change the fact that whenever I see him doing his thing, that I'm not gonna cringe and be worried about it. But I will say that even though I'm never been really a big Edge guy. When he broke his neck in 2002, his entire style changed, and I didn't think he was nearly as good of a wrestler anymore. But I know a lot of people are psyched for it. It was a big, genuine surprise. So I think it's pretty cool in that regard.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, look, if for nothing else, and again, we agreed. I wasn't a big Edge guy either, although he I was behind him for like moments, like when he first came back. I guess more into him before the whole rated R thing, because that was back then when it was actually cool to be a John Cena fan. Um, when it still worked, but yeah, I mean, even more so. First off, the dude came back with abs, something he never had. Uh,
Well, he hadn't had since like '02.
Yeah, yeah. So too, and even Orton pointed it out when they was going back and forth in the ring, which was funny. Like, hey, look at the freaking, you found him. But yeah, I mean, just the genuine look of unabashed emotion on his face when he came out, like that kid was like coming out to the crowd for the first time. Like that was really cool to see because you got to imagine he was heartbroken when he found out. Obviously, got to put your health first, but you got to really commend, even if you're not fans of those guys, you got to commend, guys like Brian and Edge for what they've probably put themselves through just to, even get to a place where they could get even examined again to come back.
Mm-hmm.
Because the company doesn't like when they're not taking any potential risk with anybody for lawsuits or any type of repeat situations where they could get drove into the ground by people like freaking Nancy Grace um, and
She's the
stuff of that nature.
worst.
So yeah, yeah, she is trash human. But yeah, man, you just you love to see stuff like that, and again, like you, cringe every time something's he takes a bump, and I did see a lot of him prepping for stuff by holding the back of his head and neck, as you would imagine, because even if you do get spinal fusion surgery, that's extremely sensitive. So. But he looked good. He looked good. He's still doing that plain Jane spear, but he, the crowd was fully behind it, and if nothing else, that music gets people pumped. So
Yeah, Ultra Creed is always going to be a band that I think pops. Uh, winners are Charlotte Flair and Drew McIntyre. Drew does a bunch of shit, kicks out Brock Lesnar, breaks my goddamn heart. Just
shout out to
I'm not even a Brock guy, but like the idea of Brock going coast to coast was just I don't know. I wanted
it
to
was
believe in something again, Marcus.
it, yeah, I mean, I got you, man. It changed the whole dynamic of the match. And I know on the last show I talked about not wanting um, a repeat winner, um, and thankfully we got new blood, thankfully here. But I was cool with it being Brock because Brock is the mountain to climb up. Like
Hmm.
I said, I mean even talked about a scenario of him winning the Rumble and then somebody like McIntyre going against Orton to see who would get the shot, and obviously it'll be better to go with Drew because we saw what happened to Orton the last time those two clashed. And then him just like basically egging Brock on to take the match because Brock again he's not gonna in his mind he can't lose to somebody, so just take the match. But this worked out even better. I mean, shout out to Ricochet for getting a measure of revenge uh, with the low blow. It was smooth. It was smooth, and really the only few ways that you was gonna be able to eliminate Brock. So um, yeah, I mean, I appreciated it though because it changed the entire dynamic of the match. And shout out to MVP and your tweet, most valuable Panther. That was funny.
Yeah, I thought it was really funny that MVP was there because generally speaking, while I don't think he would win a fight, I think MVP could hold his own against Brock because he is a brown belt in Brazilian Jiu Jitsu. He's actually won
Yeah,
several BJJ tournaments. I don't think he's ever won a world title in it, but he might have. So like it would have been an interesting fight. So I was like, ooh. But still,
yeah,
I was heartbroken when Shelton got chucked out. Minnesota Wrecking Crew. Nice.
yeah, same. Yeah, you hate to see it. You saw it coming on. It's really indicative of what he's been reduced to since he's been back in the WWE.
Yeah.
So I think most pivotal thing he's done really has been this latest affiliation with him, quote unquote, having Brock's back against somebody. Who was it? Was it Gable or somebody else? No, it was Rey Mysterio.
Mm-hmm.
So but it was a cool moment seeing little Ray, Big E, and Kofi gang up on him. That was cool.
I
But
just I just laughed so hard when Kofi like launched on him, Ray launched on him, Ray got chucked out, and then Brock spun out and jumped off of Big E's back. I was like, oh, perfect. What a moment. So
oh, it was so good. Yeah, shout
who?
out to Ricochet. He literally got chucked.
Yeah, he did. So who does Drew challenge, Brock or Bray?
Oh, you gotta know it's Brock because I figure. I mean, I imagine even though he lost, they holding off Bray for Roman. Who else gonna beat him besides maybe they turn it into a triple threat. If they want to throw Bryan back in there, but like there's nobody left on the roster. Who they gonna have against him? Eric Rowan and the, you know unless he got like a demon or something in that damn cage of his. I don't know. So
I for sure thought for a second that he was going to come out like Jake the Snake, just throw that damn snake on him. Here's what would have been great. What's the next event? No Way Out, Elimination Chamber, No Way Chamber
is
Out,
it fast lane?
Fast No Chamber Out, Fast Lane No Chamber,
You could do fast lane. The
Straight No Chaser.
unnecessary show before straight no chaser.
Um, have Roman face off with Bray there, have Bray win, and then on SmackDown be like, there is no one left for me to have fun with, no one who's of the proper rating, and then, you know, just he's talking trash, and then all of a sudden some dude jumps out of the audience and hits a spear on Bray, and then it's Edge, and Edge is like, I'll challenge you at WrestleMania, and Bray's like, well, shucky ducky or whatever the fuck he says. And boom, that's how I'd have done it. If Edge is truly able to wrestle again, you put the belt on Edge because you don't know how long this return's gonna be for. So put the goddamn belt on Edge. Have him beat Bray Wyatt in fucking 12 seconds, or have him beat Brock in goddamn 12 seconds. Especially with Brock, don't let Brock do any selling or don't let Edge do any selling for Brock. Just have Edge spear Brock like 3 times and then win. As
Mm.
That's what I would do. Have Drew beat Bray and have Edge beat Brock, and we're all one big happy family. Or have Drew beat who's the heavyweight champion? Adam Cole. Sorry, cruiserweight champion, because Adam Cole's about 140 pounds.
Yeah. Yeah, but they didn't already. I mean, they basically teased him going after Brock when they eliminated him, so that's in. Um,
Card subject to change, Marcus. Card subject to change.
I mean, I like it. With everything we've seen Brock do and take and everything, like all those spears from Roman, which are to me deadlier looking than the ones from Edge, is just I don't know how believable it is. Like I get the fanfare of it, but unless he like low blowed him 32 times or something like that, um, Brock's just that immovable object. You
Okay.
know, like
Okay. Wait.
he
I can sell you. I can sell you. I can sell you. I can sell you. Just listen to this idea, and you're gonna love it. So Brock comes down. As he's coming down, Rhino gores him through a table. Right. He gets up. Then Roman leaps over the barrier and spears him through a table. Then when he's looking around, all of a sudden Goldberg explodes through the ring and spears him. Then he gets chucked into the ring, and Edge just kind of limply falls into him. That doesn't work. So Batista explodes from the ceiling, spears him again. Then Edge finally falls onto him, and then Beth Phoenix comes out and spears Brock, and then Edge finally spears him, and then boom, winner. So everyone who's ever had a spear as a finisher is going to be called upon, and we'll call it the Mighty Morphin Spearing Rangers.
I'm pretty sure you just booked a better version of 2K19. Um,
I
or
mean,
20. What I don't know. What are they on? I mean, they ought to cancel that entire series after that debacle that got released. Um, Speaking of trash, but yeah, I mean, it's gonna be interesting seeing exactly what happens. I wouldn't mind them doing like you said with Bray and Edge, but again, you got to do a lot of mind games and this, that, and the third. But I mean, this is the rated R superstar we've seen. This is the same guy. Like Edge had some of the most ridiculous, outlandish segments in SmackDown history, but they worked
mm-hmm.
most of the time because he was freaking with Vicky Guerrero and had a lot of that heat with him. But yeah, I think they could pull it off. Like you said, I don't know if this was a one night thing or not. But other than Roman, they literally don't have nobody else to compete with that guy unless they want to pull Kane away from his political duties uh, to do a couple one-off matches. But they're not gonna put the belt on Kane. So
No, and let's be honest, Kane hasn't been a good worker in 8 years. He doesn't have it anymore, and it's pretty obvious. But The one thing that's not obvious is your thoughts on the NWA pay-per-view. NWA Hard Times. This was
What time?
Hot Times, Dada. This was a Friday night affair. I believe it was at like 6-ish or 7-ish, which was pretty cool. So we open up with a NWA tag team, NWA TV title tournament. All opening round matches were 6 minutes and 5 seconds long. Oh, that's the time limit. Trevor Murdoch defeated the Question Mark. Dan Maff defeated Zicky Dice. Ricky Starks defeated Matt Cross, and then Tim Storm was set to face off with Mr. Anderson, but could not be there for the tournament match, so he got a bye. Marcus, first 3 matches of the TV title tournament for the pay-per-view. What were your thoughts? I think Marcus cut out for a second.
No, I'm back. Muted myself. Sorry. Like I said, they were cool. What it was, Stark and
Stark and Cross, Matt Cross, M-Dog 20.
Stark.
Son of Havoc.
Yeah, Stark and it was cool to see him. I was just thinking about him because I was thinking about, sadly enough, coming off of that Vampiro interview with Chris Van Vliet, just thinking about what's become of Lucha Underground and seeing all the different ways the rosters went. I'm like, well, I wonder what happened to Matt Cross. So it was cool to see him. I don't know why he always looked taller to me as the other guy.
Because everyone else was really short. Like, Judas what was his name? Judas Messias?
Yeah.
El Messias. Dude's only 5'9".
Yeah.
Like, Jeff Cobb's 5'10". And they made him the monster of Lucha Underground. So, like, yeah, those wrestlers always looked taller because everyone was so goddamn short.
And then, yeah, you're right. And then I was watching a show that was taped a specific way to make the people look a specific way. But I dug these matches, and a lot of them obviously they would have like 6 minute time limits.
Yeah, 6 minutes and 5 seconds.
6 minute time limit. Yeah, 6 minutes, 5 seconds. It was cool. Yeah, I dug it. I mean, because I think it was you that kind of pitched the idea of being a good idea of having the entire like King of the Ring thing in like one night of a show.
Mm-hmm.
And they kind of did this in a way. Obviously, we have been getting matches on a weekly thing too, but this helped fill out the card and made things seem more important. So, yeah, I dug it. Those qualifying matches were cool, and they didn't, run out to a timeout, a double timeout or whatever. And yeah, I dug it.
Then we got a triple threat match. I didn't know this was a triple threat match until I started watching the show. Midnight Express versus the Wild Cards, Royce Isaacson, Thom Latimer, and then Eli Drake and James Storm.
Yeah.
Yeah, dummy. Yeah.
This was cool for me. One, well, I actually like the teams involved because that whole thing, that whole back and forth now between Isaacs and this new young lady, this Ma Valentine, and the fact that apparently he's yet to consummate their romance.
Oh God, it's fucking Rockstar. Did Rockstar Spud finally nail his wife?
I don't know. Do we care?
I kind of do. I feel like he's been ramrodded enough. Like let the man get laid.
I mean, we I don't know. Maybe he's still suffering some type of malfunction from not being able to win that 24/7 title because he clearly needs that title to be motivated to bang his overly hot wife.
She is
overachieving.
Speaking of tail ends.
Hey, there it is.
Callback.
The other thing I appreciate about this whole deal is because I'm used to watching this kind of stuff in Impact and or WWE, and they have two people be legal.
Mm-hmm.
No triple threat match, have it be a damn triple threat match. So that was cool. Um, and yeah, a lot of cool spots this whole week. And we'll eventually get to this. But if I never see another damn destroyer again, it'll be too soon. Uh, and it's cool that one of the guys, Ricky Morton, does it, but it's like, God damn it, can it finish somebody out? Um, but yeah, this was a cool match. I'm digging James Storm and Eli Drake together. I think they're one of the probably surprise tag teams of the year besides Pete Dunne and Flops. So
Flops Riddle. We'll see what happens with Drake and Storm going forward as a tag team. Both guys have tag team history. Drake was infamously brought up through the ranks for a few years as Brian Cage's tag team partner in the old NWA Hollywood, now Championship Wrestling from Hollywood, excuse me. And of course, James Storm, multi-time tag team partners with Chris Harris and Bobby Roode. I think he even won the tag team titles one more time outside of them with Gunner. So a lot of tag team history. Plus, Eli Drake won the tag team titles in Impact with Scott Steiner as his partner. So a lot of tag team title wins between the two of them. So
good to see them both with gold again, man.
yeah. Speaking of good with gold, apparently Allison Kay pissed off the wrong person because after she started a Twitter riot of sorts, she lost the belt to Thunder Rosa. Can't say I'm upset about that.
I ain't pissed. Thunder Rosa is she's phenomenal, man.
She's fantastic.
It's hard looking back and saying that somebody got misused in New Underground, but if I had to, she'd be number one on that list now. Looking back, you see what she is now. I mean, the crowd loves her. She looks great. Like the woman looks sexier with half her face painted. Like that's weird, and it's like it's inspired by the Day of the Dead thing. So I mean she's beautiful. She can go. Like I would love to see her and uh, Tessa go at it, just because of those clashing styles, those hard smash mouth styles. But this was a damn good match. I mean, aside from everything with Allison outside the ring, these two put each other through a certain amount of hell, and I appreciated it. So, yeah, Thunder Rosa was good to get the victory because I think the more interesting thing is, and although we saw it at the end of the match, seeing if this gonna be like a evolution situation where Melina is the Triple H of the whole deal, and she can't stand anybody else to have that title except her.
That'll be interesting. If that's the way they go, that'll be very interesting. We'll see, though. We'll see. Next up, we got Trevor Murdoch defeating Dan Maff. Obviously, the Ring of Honor NWA partnership is in full swing. I wonder if this means that Matt Cross is going to sign with Ring of Honor. We'll have to keep an eye out for that. Speaking of which, I'm watching Ring of Honor right now on my television on Charge. Charge! I forgot that it was on tonight, so I'm glad I tuned in time.
I love how the fact that it's now readily available is the thing that finally got you back to watching it. He's like, oh, god damn it, I got Ring of Honor.
So, basically, I'm a junkie for wrestling. If it's available for free, I'll watch anything. Like, there was a time when it was like Ring Warriors or Warrior Kings or some dumb shit. It was something that was airing on Pop TV on like Saturday mornings. Yeah, I fucking watched the hell out of that. Like, their biggest names were like Wes Briscoe.
Oh, wow.
Right?
Oh.
But, like, I watch because it's wrestling. I have a problem, man.
Yeah, I can. I'm the same way. Unless it's something that's completely like just ass off the wall and makes no sense, I'll check it out. If I see ring ropes, I'll check it.
Exactly. If I see ring ropes and dudes and chicks in scantily clad outfits, I'll spend at least 10 minutes watching.
But speaking of Dan Maff, was he the other half of Veterans of War and Impact?
Veterans? No. You're thinking of Jax Dane.
Gotcha.
He is a former NWA World's Champion and former Tag Team Champion. No, Dan Maff. I think it's Maff. actually rose to fame in Ring of Honor as a member of a tag team with Homicide. And then there was like some kind of falling out where Homicide accused Moff of flirting with like a niece of his or something like that.
Oh wow. Oh wow.
Who knows if that's true? But it ended
It's
their friendship and they never worked together again.
that's weird because he eerily looks like a more buffer homicide.
Yeah, he's what I call fascular.
Vascular.
He's clearly fat, but he's also muscular. Like that dude does nothing but traps. Just
He's
shoulder
obese.
shrugs all the time. Just shoulder shrugs all the time.
Not obese. Not obese. He's obuff.
His fat has worked out so much that it doesn't rescind; it just becomes stronger. He's the blob. He's fat gum.
Ah, nice. Can't wait to talk about that. Uh,
God, broke my goddamn heart.
yeah.
I mean, let's
And
be
and
honest.
and
His entire body was formed around a giant spike. The fact that he
yeah,
had like a day left in him is remarkably
yeah.
unrealistic.
But ironically enough, that music they was playing at the end when he was talking to Muriel, that's all that was going through my head today because of obvious. So, and I wasn't that big a fan of Night Owl, mostly because of the shit he kept giving Deku. But even they brought that back around. He was like, you know what, kid, I get it. All Might, I get it with this kid. And yeah, the fact that they made you feel in that moment is credit to those writers, man. But yeah, like you said, the minute he got impaled, he was too far gone. That little nurse woman couldn't have kissed that away. Like, maybe Ari could have saved him, but who knows?
Speaking of kissing it away, Trevor Murdoch did not kiss away his opportunity because he defeated Dan Maff in the semifinals.
Boom.
Yeah. Then Ricky Starks defeated Tim Storm in his semifinals match, and there is no God. How dare you defeat Tim Storm?
Yeah, did you like the match? Because I felt like their chemistry was clunky.
It was clunky. I'm not at all surprised it was clunky either. Tim Storm, very much, Ricky Stark seems like he's a really good dude. So I don't mean anything disparagingly, but it definitely does seem like he still needs to figure himself out. I feel at times he doesn't have the best understanding to what he needs to be doing to tell a good story, and he goes for his athleticism before he goes for storytelling, and I think that causes some issues. Also, in a match like this, you want someone like Ricky Starks to bump and sell for the heel, but you ain't turning Tim Storm heel. Like, I don't know how this 53-year-old became the biggest face in the company of the NWA, but he did. And you ain't turning him heel. So, like, there's a very limited amount you could do with this kind of a match. I think they did the best they could, but it wasn't the best match of the tournament, that's for sure. And these were also 605, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, yeah. And it's that's why I asked you because it was funny you said that because I felt like I feel like all his matches was clunky in the night. Like they had good moments, but they wasn't as smooth as they could be. And he looks like a guy that kind of prides himself on being smooth, specifically with his style. So like I said, but maybe that has to do with this is the first time him stepping in the ring with some of these guys, and you can't always click like that on first outing. Uh, but yeah, hopefully he'll get better. I mean, he definitely got all the potential in the world, and it's funny because he had that post match promo after uh, the whole event, and he was like, what was the quote? Put a quarter up your ass because everybody that slept on me, you played yourself.
That's not bad. Then we had Scott Steiner defeating Aaron Stevens by DQ, if I remember correctly, because the question mark got involved and karate chopped somebody.
Yeah, yeah, that was that was funny. That poor ref got Steiner just tossed aside. That was fun, but it was just cool to see Scott, man. Like the fact that he's still just up and going and stuff. Not a fan of his midlife crisis tattoos.
They're
Um,
so bad.
a post midlife crisis. Yeah, a post midlife crisis tattoos. Jesus. But yeah, he's still going, man. Old Steiner. He's in there.
Getting terrible tattoos since 2005. I'm kind of upset they didn't put the belt on Steiner because I feel like there's opportunities to do dumb things that don't make any sense. And putting the belt on a 57-year-old in a company where you just put the belt on two 60-year-olds shouldn't be that big of a challenge. And it would have gotten a nice pop, and you could have gone to the next TV tapings and had them drop the belt then. But no, they didn't do it. So, like, I don't know. Ugh.
Yeah,
Just
they
a,
keep prolonging this stuff between Stevens and this non Josephus guy.
it's totally not Josephus. If it ends up not being Josephus, I'm gonna be fucking flabbergasted. I'm gonna be rightfully just like, wait, what?
I'm gonna be
Um,
pissed because we'll sell these things.
what's that?
I'm gonna be pissed because we'll sell them wrong on these.
Right? Speaking of being seldom wrong, I don't know why you would have a world title match involving Flip Gordon, but that was wrong. I know they're building up to Skrull and Aldis, and Flip Gordon's a member of Villain Enterprises, which is led by Skrull. So it makes sense. I don't care. Flip Gordon to me is just if he was in 2000, he would have been Evan Courageous. So
Hilarious. I'm like, man, you not like you didn't like what Flat Earth Flip did, man.
oh
Um,
god, I forgot he was a flat earther. It's the
and now
worst.
Taz really turned off. Taz really turned off. It was interesting seeing that his particular style in the NWA. Obviously, I think the crowd responded to it because they don't get a lot of that often. And him and Aldis, they did some good stuff. But yeah, this was a means to an end. We kind of know what it's not gonna have a belt drop to Flip when everything's surrounding building back up to him and Skrull. So this whole thing about him basically calling all the shots now between the dealings between the ROH and NWA. That's kind of how the things go. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, yeah, like you said, it was Flip's cool. Flip is just I don't know.
Flip's cool. That's the one sentence I couldn't disagree with Marcus any harder on. Flip's cool. What? That's like Marcus
Somewhat
going.
cool. I just
That's, that's like Marcus saying, the Klan's not that bad. Wait, what?
hilarious. Specifically talk about his style and nothing else.
Stupid fucking hair, stupid fucking trunk, stupid fucking name. Flops Gordon. Flips Riddle.
Flip's riddle. Oh god, that could be a thing.
It already is a thing. We made it a thing tonight. Main event: Ricky Starks defeated Trevor Murdoch to win the NWA World's Television Championship. I would have booked Trevor versus Tim Storm, but I'm also a sadist, so I don't know. I would have had Scott Steiner win the NWA National Championship. I don't know. Weird dude. Thoughts on Ricky was your boy, like he was your dude, so I'm sure
Yeah.
you had to be happy that he got the win.
Yeah, it was cool. It was real cool to see. I'm also glad that they let Trevor, have the run he's been having and let him go far in this tournament because he's a thoroughbred. Um, Although anybody that watched the last episode of Power Per knows
Power.
that Thomas Lattimore handed the guy his ass and he narrowly escaped. Like he took it to Murdoch, but Murdoch is been putting in work and it's always cool. I like that diving bulldog he does. So like I said, he's probably one of the thoroughbreds, and I'm glad they allowed him to go through the paces the way he did because he's one of. I mean, the crowd loves him. They don't love him as much as they love Mama Storm, but they love him. So
To be
that was
fair,
cool.
I'm pretty sure the crowd loves Mama Storm more than Mama Storm loves Mama Storm.
Agreed. Agreed.
Let's be real
Um,
about that.
Not enough to flood the audience with shirts. So maybe they
Uh,
want to more work on that merch because it's basically just Tim Storm with a wig on. But
what
um,
if it is? Hey Tim, wear this wig. We have to draw a shirt.
all this time you've been talking about his mom and it's him. Like it's okay.
It's
We found out
fucking
he got a
psycho
split
Norman Bates
personality
bullshit.
disorder. He got a split personality disorder or something. Like Jesus, what is this? A Tyler Perry movie? But no, the guy thinks he's his own mom. But no,
Norman, Norman. Fucking Tyler Bates up in here.
Tyler Bates. Oh. But
So
yeah, it was cool to see Stark. It was cool to see Stark get the run. This will give him an opportunity to grow and obviously get more TV time because he's the damn champion. So we'll see how it goes. Now they just gotta line him up with some good fuse competition. I would imagine he's gonna run back into Stevens. That was a cool little thing they did with the board. That was hilarious.
I'm hoping for at least 2 title defenses a month on TV.
Yeah.
I think that's about what to expect. As far as the event, I thought NWA Into the Fire was a better overall show than Royal Rumble, but both had their strengths and their weaknesses. Marcus, what do you think of not Into the Fire? I'm sorry, Hard Times.
Oh,
What do you think of Hard
hard time.
Times?
Uh, I liked it. I thought it was a strong show. I thought it was a strong show, worth the what it was, 3 hours.
Yep.
Definitely worth the 3 hours. And shout out to Wade Barrett, the mildly tweaking his old gimmick and playing off of it.
I've got some breaking news. You like that?
Decorum, please.
That
Have some decorum, please.
that could
Uh,
be a catchphrase. Calm down there, Steve.
you love to see it, but yeah, I thought it was a strong show. I mean, two title changes or three now that I'm really behind, and Rosa, freaking Drake and
Storm.
Storm Drake,
Eli
um,
James.
and Eli James. So yeah, good direction they heading in, and that was what I might have happened on par with Anderson, basically handing Cabana his pink slip in their friendship, not their company. Um, so the so he's gonna be on the warpath. So yeah, I like it. I'm trying to see did I like it more than Royal Rumble because I dug those two rumbles. I'm gonna give an edge to NWA because I just enjoyed the show more overall instead of just select stuff. So
Fair enough. They announced the return of the Crockett Cup, so we'll see what happens with that and when it'll happen. I think they said April, so we'll see. That'll probably be when Skrull and Aldis challenge each other. Uh, Ironically enough, last bit of things we'll talk about because it's late and I don't want to be up for too much longer. Anderson and D'Lo Brown have been announced for Impact Wrestling's TNA's homecoming show or return to home or no place like home event, which is going to be in I think Orlando. What do you think about Anderson and D'Lo Brown reforming the Aces and Eights?
oh man, I mean, well, it's I guess I appreciate the fact that they can even get them back because I don't know if they would have came back to even be affiliated with the company a couple years back. So I mean, it is cool. I mean, even the Bucks look like they was um excited to potentially come back to do one of those old TNA theme shows and maybe be Generation Me. I don't know. Um, so that's cool. But they're literally the last remnants